Welcome to Ellie Goldsmith's Relationship Flow. We have the true pleasure today to have my soulmate, Masha Goldschmidt, aka Teeny Pops 613. How you doing? Been a few weeks since we heard you here. How's it going?
When was the last time?
I think it's about a month ago.
Oh my God.
We did last time.
Feels like a year
the last
ago.
time we did one was about Baruch Yitzhak going to the army, I think. And the last podcast I spoke on your behalf about the holiday after the holiday, which right now we are on our way back from holiday after the holiday. And how needed was that?
It was amazing. It was one night, and it felt like a week. Right?
Yeah, I didn't post anything about the holiday yet publicly, other than the podcast episode that we were going to go on it, and it was so needed. And this podcast episode is to really give a full thumbs up to that good thought and good advice that we came up with together during the holiday. We were like, wait a minute, this is
and it was real.
This is good. It's been a good holiday.
It was real quality. Like
no, but the holiday before with the kids was great.
Yeah, we did. It was good. It was just, as parents, it's not necessarily a holiday, but
this holiday.
But it was enjoyable and it was good. But it's good to have something for me and you. Cause that's what we always talk about. Exactly. Being able to have that time for us to regroup, or what's the word that we use? Regroup
is the word, yeah. And the amazing thing is that there's amazing how the flow goes with work and things. Like nothing was too heavy going on that I needed my attention, that I could allocate other people or forward, or everything was okay. So I had no pressures on me, thank God, personally, so I could really be present and relax. Maybe too much.
Too much what?
Too much relaxing on my part. Maybe I wasn't present enough as a husband, but I definitely enjoyed the moment of not having the kids, and it's just important. We have to give thanks to the kids. They were able to be independent for a full day,
Yeah. I mean, I made all their school bags for the next day for their food.
Well, I do appreciate that you did give me that space as well, that I could relax in my own way. So it wasn't like have to be, because it was two of us together, so we have to be like fully focused and engaged from beginning we started till the end. It was nice to just also be together, but be in our own sort of relaxed space, which is important.
Be silent together and just think, oh my gosh, this is really cold.
Crazy moment. Look at that sports car. Wow. It's like a Lamborghini or something.
I'm behind this really
slow car, and everything's flying.
It's scary.
You're doing well.
Sorry, every time we
on a pod, there's always a driving moment.
It's always weird. But
it was good. You did well. Well done. So thank God for that idea. So everyone now who's out there, who's listening, and just came out of the holiday break, and now kids are back to school quickly before the next holidays begin, which is not so long off. With especially in the Jewish calendar, with Tishrei, Rosh Hashana, Yom Kippur Sukkot, and wish everyone a happy new year, lots of shalom bayis. I think one of the best preparations you can do, not just blowing the shofar and doing tshuva and all the holy things.
Tishrei is going to also be intense.
Exactly. This is the best preparation, and one friend of mine, when I told him this, a lot of my friends were like, "Wow, that's amazing! Such a good idea." But one was like, "But it's Elul, Elul, we're meant to be turning on the gas." So I said to him, so how's it going to work for you? So he was like, it's either I do what you're saying, which is to have a holiday, or I get ill. That's what he said to me.
Yeah.
So obviously it's much better to just have a break for a day, like intentional.
Even if you can't,
mindful.
Even if one can't do a night because your kids are too little. Like we're lucky, our oldest is almost 20. So
and in the past she babysitted as well.
Right, but I'm saying, within what's
or a mother-in-law babysat.
within what's age appropriate, obviously.
Sure.
But if one can even if one can do a few hours or something, because what we noticed this time was it wasn't long,
It felt like a week.
But it felt because
it was so relaxed.
It was such quality, and
ate well, slept well,
and
swam. Beautiful beach, had a nice beer.
We really felt each moment because we didn't have that pressure.
Yeah. And a few good Joe Rogan episodes in my ear as well.
Yeah, there were moments.
That was me being naughty.
Yeah, we were having like dinner.
Naughty husband.
And
naughty
every so
relationship.
often I'll be like, what's she thinking? You look like
I look very
deep in thought
and relaxed.
And I was like, he told me he's not gonna have anything in
Phones,
his ears, so.
But I must have left it in my pocket in the podcast.
In your ear by mistake.
Playing.
Your earplugs.
Suddenly, it actually got really interesting because he was talking about certain things I actually really thinking about right now.
And then suddenly he'd come with these random things, and I'm like, where does that come from? And you usually talk about those kind of things when you're listening to something.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, looked in your ears.
I pulled it out. I waved it at you.
You had one. No, you had.
I waved it at you. No, you might not have noticed. I waved it at you. I admitted it. And then I put it away.
But I handled it very well.
You did, and I put it away. And then we had the most delicious dessert.
It was really funny because
took our mind off from fighting.
I was so hungry.
Yeah.
I was so hungry for supper.
Yeah.
I felt like
we did nosh a little bit in the day.
Not so much.
Another fun thing is that we did, which we've never done on a holiday. We actually went shopping. So we're going to go home.
Next to the hotel.
Because we live in Israel, so it's only an hour drive away.
Next to the hotel, there's this really
it's not like you have to go on a plane or something.
Supermarket. Well, I always find supermarkets in any other town so exciting to go to. I don't know why.
Well, the Jerusalem ones are a bit more balagan,
they
messy.
just have more products. They really have just some more products, as I just feel. Even if I don't buy everything, it just feels like you haven't. There's more going on. It's just very aesthetically nice.
Even though they had no one.
So what did we do today?
We used some holiday time.
We actually went and did
shopping.
We did a dry goods shop from
the
supermarket.
We went for a nice drink, and it was actually really delicious. We went and got I got a lemonada, which is lemonade. I said it right.
I was saying before when we went to supper that I was so hungry, and they were very slow.
They're relaxed. Everything's very relaxed.
Yeah, I mean it's not like in Jerusalem where everything's intense and quick and like.
But when they brought the food, it was quality.
They wait for you at the pedestrian crossing. The cars will wait for you to cross.
Yeah.
They stop. It's a very different vibe.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I felt like a little child. Also because I was expecting, usually in the past, the suppers there, more like buffet, more like regular food, but they turned it into for supper into like a restaurant. Yeah. Even though it was included, we included it in our reservation. It was a menu of like a restaurant. It's a Greek restaurant. It's not the usual kind of menu that I would choose. And I was like nervous. I'm not going to be hungry afterwards. It was a bit silly. I felt really stupid afterwards. But it turned out to be so nice.
It was really nice, and also we had no pressure. Even though this is private, but just on an advice level. Like we had no pressure on the intimate level. Like everything was very relaxed, with no pressure what we had to do in the room or like watch anything just generally like there was no need to get food or drink. We had everything we needed. We were so well fed, it was like.
What's that got to do with intimacy?
I'm just saying, and there was no need to like pay for like anything other than pay for the board and food, and it was just relaxing not to have to think about that,
Yeah.
To not have any money issues for the one day and just be.
I think that's what was so nice.
Yeah.
Like in the past when we've gone away, we just do breakfast included. Then we'll have to think about like lunch or supper, and then you need to go around and look and find.
Also,
something.
They made a Greek rest theme, and so it was a really nice.
So you felt like you were in like a fancy nice
Mediterranean restaurant, like abroad somewhere, and it was Greek style food, obviously all kosher, but the ice cream it was obviously not milky, but it was so delicious.
Yeah, I never had such good.
It was a real Greek quality ice cream.
But why are we saying this? Yeah, so I think that's what was so nice, just to arrive at the hotel and we could just like stay put. Yeah. We didn't have to worry.
We still went for a walk.
Yeah, that's most that we.
I even managed to do Kiddush Levana.
Yeah, but that was nice. We went for a walk, but it wasn't like we have to go down, find something, get in the car, or like, we just could. For me, that was very nice. We didn't have to think, and at home we do have to think of every detail.
I just feel more relaxed, and it's now giving me more energy now for the next few weeks. If I am going to go on a tour to America after the holidays, I have more energy for it to organise it, to organise my other job things.
Now, though.
Yeah, going home is always a challenge, and Tishrei is a very busy time, for a family, a larger family, and we're going to have to get ready for, Rosh Hashana. Probably we're not going to go to Uman this year, so I'll be home. That's the most likely outcome based on the situation there, and You know, there's nothing wrong with me being home for Yom Tov. Last year I was at home for Yom Tov. I came home just in time because of a personal situation. I needed to be home. And I think it's important, though, the special moments to also be home. And thank God I have a Rebbe in Yerushalayim and a nice place to pray. So I'm happy. I'm looking forward to it. And Sliechot, rather than see it as a heavy time, I'm looking forward to it in a more light way. That, you know, Hashem's doing a kindness. God's going to clean us up and give us the opportunity to have a new, fresh year. And the big thing I'm focusing on in my own classes and my Munah podcast is about Hashem's going to give us a Panasa Godel, Pei Gimel. This year's Tashim Pei Gimel. It's going to give a lot of abundance this year. So if we get ourselves into the right mindset, that abundance should come down. Amen.
Amen.
So, wish everyone now. What do you want to say?
No, I just wanted to bring up what I mentioned when we were driving to get a drink for the way home.
Sure.
So from the hotel, we drove to this like outdoors, like it's like a mall, but I guess just not like anything fancy, just like a regular place. And
more from convenience. We
yes,
went there.
yeah. Like, and so a few years ago, when we went to this hotel with our kids, and we needed to get supper in the night. So I didn't have my Israeli license then, and we didn't have a car. So we were going to get the bus to this place to go get supper, and then the bus just wasn't coming, and then we ended up walking, and it was just like a more like, I guess like a victim kind of energy, like of feeling, maybe because my mindset was I was feeling sorry for us, we didn't have a car, and we when we were walking to try and find somewhere to eat, and it was like just the energy in this. So there was like a little bit of fighting on the way because the kids said they didn't want to walk or whatever, different things, right? And I was saying it was such a pleasure to drive there, and just remembering the walk there and just the mindset that one can have, because if we had, I was saying that if we had a car back then, but we decided, it'd be so nice to go have a walk,
First thing we want to intentionally do that.
We intentionally want to go walk there and
it's
back,
all about
it'll be
mindfulness,
nice.
intention.
The whole energy would have been so different, even though we're doing the same thing. And so fine, even if in life sometimes circumstances don't allow one to do something, say one doesn't have a car, you have to walk or get the bus, like, just, I'm not saying it's easy, like it's easy for me, but I'm saying it as something that just made me think I've needed to work on that.
Well, I think that's where we've transitioned a lot.
We're doing much better. I'm doing much better.
We've positioned ourselves so we're in a more intentional place, but we had to make moves in our life to do that.
I had to make decisions.
And even though like life still, with the new year, we're still praying for much more success, so we can be able to do that more. But the main thing is that we have the awareness and the clarity, so that when we're in a situation, we're more intentional. Like even this whole little holiday before the busy month ahead, like it's really important.
I think it just makes it when one does things intentionally.
In 400 meters,
then you just feel.
And then you're going to be more of a vessel, for the holiness of the time ahead, or whatever it is.
Reading Brené Brown's book.
Or the challenges.
Daring Greatly, I think that's what it was. And when she was talking about, even if someone just like is sitting and like needs to say they need to go, I think she mentioned like lie down, like to have a rest, or flicking on your phone, of like, looking up different things that you need to do on your computer, whatever. But instead of, and then you like just wasted time, or you feel guilty about not, sleeping or not doing something, where you choose it, you give yourself an intentional time to do it. So like sometimes when I want to go have a rest, and I used to feel guilty to go have a rest in the daytime if I was tired and I needed it. I'm trying to like be okay. I'm intentionally going to lie down for this time. I'm intentionally. This is the time I'm giving myself to look up some things I need to do. We're intentionally walking. We're intentionally eating. I don't know, just everything.
Well, I think this is the real secret to successful life in general, and especially in the Torah lifestyle, because a person is obligated to try to do everything l'shem shamayim, to do everything for a higher purpose, and that higher purpose gives meaning to everything, and gives depth and inner connection into everything, and then now you're experiencing life on a whole more deeper level, and so then when you're resting, you're experiencing the depth of resting.
Plus, I feel like when we had this holiday
and you're not having these
time now, we really felt
Yeah.
We rarely felt that.
Intentional, yeah.
Like we literally, like I feel like Hashem.
I didn't feel any
we
guilt,
feel like Hashem
not even a
stretched
little
time. He stretched time for us.
I didn't feel, I did learn 6 hours today, so what?
Keep left.
That wasn't what I was supposed to be doing today. I needed to consolidate myself,
Yeah, it's like
my
not
wife,
feeling
my
guilty.
relationship.
I remember when we were like, you know, in our first parts of our marriage, you know, like often when we would go out, like on a date or something, you would always tell me what you could have been doing instead.
Yeah, like the learning, the davening.
You could be learning, you could be davening, you could be
teaching boys,
like
connecting with souls.
Like, well, what you could be doing, and it like used to bother me. I understand where you're coming from, but I'm saying like, but just like people often are thinking like what they could be doing instead of where they are right now.
And it's almost a rejection of you at that moment,
exactly.
instead of just being, or the relationship. And the relationship flow has to be full flow.
Hashem, like what Hashem wants.
The point is, if you're doing something, you have to be fully engaged, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's what Hashem wants you. When we're in Rosh Hashana, if we've had a restful preparation in Elul, and now we have the energy, so now when we're standing there, Rosh Hashana, Yom Kippur, or in Sukkot, all these holy days, and we're standing there praying, now we can be fully focused because we've had the time to rest. We're not thinking the whole time, if only I had rested a bit more before this time period, so I have more energy. And the whole time you're thinking, it's like you go to pray in the morning, you haven't eaten anything much the night before, and then the whole prayer service you're thinking about, I can't wait to go eat, and then you're not really in the prayer service. Like, what's the point? You know, same with like any experience, you know, relationship moment. You have to set it up that you're there for the relationship. You're there for the prayer service.
It's not easy, and we're
it's not. In this generation, there's a million
so
distractions,
hard.
and you know, and there's from distractions. There's there's entertainment distractions. There's worry distraction. Worry is a distraction because worrying doesn't accomplish anything, but you can spend time worrying, and even though it doesn't do anything, complete waste of time. And there's no point worrying. What's going to help? Like, that's why we went on this holiday, not thinking about the situation financially.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's no point worrying. Because how are we going to make more money? By being in a good mindset.
Yeah.
By being healthy, and if we need to this way and that way hustle a little bit to get the money for this kind of trip and this and that, we'll hustle and do it.
We also like live very frugally anyway.
Yeah, we didn't go buy a bottle of wine last night.
We even noticed like this morning.
Yeah, the amount of people waste.
They piled their plates at breakfast, like literally, and then they had like a few bites and they left. And you see all this food there.
Yes, how about? No, we don't do that. Everything we got, we ate.
Then we took a photograph of what we ate, and it was obviously more healthy. So we're not going to choose those other options. But we also know what we eat. If we wanted more, we could take more. But
by the way, the Greek food was really healthy. I have to say.
Yeah. Well, I chose healthy options.
Yeah. I mean, it's all like, even the ice cream didn't feel like heavy, like. So.
But I don't usually eat dessert.
Well, anyway, look, we just entered Jerusalem, Yerushalayim, and we wish again everyone a happy New Year, sweet New Year.
Yeah.
Try to take some of these points and bring it into reality before it's too late. No, I'm joking. Find time for the little bit of relaxation. It's better to do it now in Elul than when it's really busy and kicking off Rosh Hashana, Yom Kippur Sukkot time. And hopefully during Sukkot there'll be some good moments as well to relax.
I remember when I became frum, and that's
enjoy
when I
this
came
month
to Yerushalayim in Edelsman, and advice from someone like much further ahead in their
not to overdo it. Yeah.
They told me, make sure you like go buy yourself an ice cream or something, like, you know, because that's not like a you know, like on my level. They're not, you know, that's what the example would be, like buying an ice cream. But
we got engaged during our
this past parasha was our engagement party parasha,
and we had a nice party. And all the family came,
Oh, not now.
It was
then,
But we had a little party this Shabbos. We actually had a really nice Shabbos, so it was a good way of celebrating.
So it was our first Shabbos that our son in the army wasn't home.
Yeah, that was hard.
So I had to work, like, you know, it's like as being a parent, that letting go, and your child has to...
And I tell you a secret, we even bought bagels, which we've never done before for Shabbos. Don't tell any of the holy Hasidim. You know?
The challahs just all like were open. And they weren't like...
The bagels were fun.
Usually I bake challahs.
I even took a tuna bagel to Shalat Sudis and told a few of the
cut it in half. I usually bake challahs.
I announced to one of the guys there, I'm eating a tuna bagel.
And anyway, so I decided I'm going to buy. And then I wanted to go to the Shuk to buy, because they have these like sourdough and ones I like.
It's almost 20 minutes.
And then there was an accident by the tram, unfortunately, so I couldn't
so
go.
So loads of good reasons, but it all worked out nice, being real, not being overly firm, not being overly, God forbid, not from balance. That's what it's about. And everyone should be blessed. It is a war with our evil inclinations. We've got to be real with them ourselves, be patient with ourselves, judge ourselves favorably, judge others even more favorably, and hopefully with that we'll be blessed with a beautiful year. Amen. And we'll have good relationships with each other, husband and wife, to be able to connect fully and enjoy time together, and to not pressure each other also for everything. We need, but we also need to give each other a break as well. And I think that we're working on that, aren't we?
Yep.
Okay, bye. Have a good Yom Tov, everyone. Enjoy. We'll be back hopefully after the holidays. I can't imagine getting another time till then. You never know, but most likely I will see you in the new year. Bye.
Bye.